my loves, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Vlogmas day 4. So I'm hopping on camera to film this intro because I actually filmed this video a couple weeks ago and I just never filmed an intro for it for some reason. I'm just hopping on and filming an intro. As you guys see from the title of today's video is just gonna be me taking you guys through what I make in an entire week. Honestly, it's not like super healthy meals or anything like that. Honestly, I haven't really been like super on top of my diet or checking my macros or anything like that. I've honestly just been enjoying the holidays and just eating what I want to eat, but obviously being mindful and then trying to cook at home. I actually make a couple of really good recipes in this and I try a couple of new recipes. So if you guys are looking to get some recipe ideas, because I know that's something I struggle with every single week, is like, what am I gonna make this week? So I always like watching these type of videos to just get some inspiration for meal ideas. So if you guys are struggling to figure out meal ideas, just want to try something new, or just want to spend the week with me, then go ahead and keep watching. Hey my loves, happy Monday. So to start off the week, I really wanted to make some bone broth. I've been hearing a lot of talk on social media about how good bone broth is for you and how it's really good for your health. So with that being said, I usually make my own stock when I want to make like chicken noodle soup or something like that. And literally last week I made a soup and I needed to make my own stock and I was trying it and I was like, yo, this is so good. And then when I started seeing people talk about it, I was like, well, you know what? I might as well make this and then drink like a cup of the broth every morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with adding some water to a big pot. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring you guys over to the stove. So I went ahead and filled up my pot about halfway. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. I'm literally just gonna go ahead and dump these bones in. And I'm gonna dip the spine in as well. And then immediately I'm gonna go ahead and dump in all of my vegetables. So my onions, dump in my celery, and I'm gonna dump in my carrots. And then I'm gonna dump in all of my garlic. It can stay whole because again, I'm gonna strain all of this anyways. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add in some black peppercorns. And then I'm gonna pour some salt as well. Again, this is stock, so you do kind of want to heavily salt it so it has some flavor. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in 2 bay leaves. This is a little bit unconventional, but I like everything a little bit spicy, so I'm going to add some red chili flakes. I'm going to go ahead and let this simmer for about an hour and a half. I'm going to just kind of taste it throughout. I'm going to cover it just so that, you know, it comes up to temperature a little bit quicker. All right, my love, so it's been about an hour. I'm going to check on it now. Color. Ooh, it's foggy. Whoops. Hold on. This is what it looks like so far. You guys can see it has some good color. Let me go ahead and try. It's good, but it needs like some more salt because it doesn't really taste like anything. So I'm gonna strain my broth now. So I have this really big, deep bowl, and then I have my strainer. So I'm just gonna dump it right in there, and then I have this container. I don't think it's all gonna fit in here, so I'm gonna start here and then whatever doesn't fit, I'll fit in another container. Ah! Okay, that was not smooth at all. Shit, I made a mess. This is perfect because as you guys can see, or I don't know if you can see, but everything that I put in it is just right here. And now I can just dump everything out. There's actually some meat in here too. Not that I'm good. I have about this much of stock, so this is definitely not gonna all fit in here, but I'll put some in here and then I'll put some in another container. But this is still very, very hot, so I'm gonna let this finish cooling. I'm gonna clean up. I have intentions on making carrot cake today so that I could have throughout the week. I was just gonna make the carrot cake, no icing, but honestly I don't really feel up for it today, so I'm gonna make it tomorrow instead, because I just found out that I don't have a class tomorrow evening. So I'll probably do that in the evening time tomorrow. I was also planning on making tea today. I still think I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna go ahead and let this cool, clean all of this up, and then I will check back in when it's time to make the tea. few hours later. As you guys saw, I made myself my tea, poured myself some to end the night. So I literally cleaned up the kitchen, made my tea, took out the trash, showered. I've been editing and I've been letting my tea cool because it was really hot. I literally like poured it and as I turned it off. But as you guys can see, I'm in my PJs. I put on these glasses to look a little bit more presentable. My hair looking crazy. I actually had to wash it. I think that's gonna be a task for tomorrow because it's at that stage where I done ran too many too many runs. I'm gonna taste it and see what I think. It's still really hot. Shit. It's good. There's something that's missing in it. I'm not quite sure what it is. I'm gonna call her tomorrow and see. I think there's like cloves that she puts, like a specific type of clove that I don't have. Maybe I can get some and put it in when I heat it up. I plan on just like heating up the tea as I want to drink it, not like all of it, but I'm gonna leave it in the pot. So I am about to call it a night. Probably gonna scroll on Pinterest for a little bit. I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna drink my tea and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Good night.
Say my name, no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. You ain't running game. Say my name. You acting kinda shady, ain't calling me baby. Why the sudden change? Say my name. If no one is around you, say, baby, I love you. If you ain't running game. Say my name. You acting kinda shady, ain't calling me baby. Better say my name. Whip, body, crib, got it, job on it. Did I ever ask you to take me to go shopping in Paris or go sailing overseas and just drape me in Gucci? No. All I ever asked was you to pick up the phone when you alone. All I ever asked was you to show me some love, kisses and hugs. No, I never had an issue. Go to the club with your boys, baby. I never wanted you to stay too long, just one.
Hi my loves, it is the next day. It's pretty late and I'm finally making dinner. I've been just prepping everything. Today for dinner we're making pan-fried chicken noodles. So I got this recipe off of TikTok. So I've just been prepping everything, marinated my meat. I have all of my vegetables cut up. So all I have to do is make the sauce. I was sitting here looking at the recipe and I realized that I don't have enough soy sauce. So I'm gonna have to improvise. It's supposed to be 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce, but honestly I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of dark because it's supposed to be 3 tablespoons of light soy sauce and I don't think I even have 1 whole tablespoon, to be honest. Okay, I have literally just enough for 1 tablespoon. Then I need 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce. So we need a tablespoon of Shaoxing wine. I also need a tablespoon of sugar. There you go. And then 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. That is our sauce. So for noodles, he uses protein noodles, but I'm gonna use these right here. I get these from Costco. These are rice ramen noodles. I really like them and they have pretty good macros and they have good ingredients as well. It's literally just organic brown rice flour and organic millet flour. I'm gonna put the water to boil and then we'll go ahead and start cooking our chicken while the water boils, and then hopefully by the time I drop my noodles in, I can start sauteing this and then it'll be all done at the same time. So let's go over to the stove.
Say that I am assuming things. Something's going down, that's the way it seems. Shouldn't be no reason why you acting strange. Nobody's holding you back from me. 'Cause I know how you usually do. When you're saying everything to me times 2. Why can't you just tell the truth? If somebody's there, then tell me who. So won't you say my name, say my name. If you claim you want me, it ain't no thing. You acting kinda shady. You ain't been calling me baby. Boy, you can go stop playing games, playing games. So won't you say my name, say my name. If you claim you want me, it ain't no thing. You acting kinda shady. You ain't been calling me baby.
So if you guys are wondering how I live, I have this like patch that I got from Japan. You have like cuts in like your mouth. I don't know what those are called. I know there's a term for them. I basically just put one on because it was right there. So everything I ate, it was like burning. So it that I wanted to make a carrot cake and I was supposed to make it yesterday, but I ended up making it. And today I am really craving the carrot cake. Even though it's pretty late, I still want to make it because I want like just a little sliver. So I am gonna go ahead and make the carrot cake after I finish. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this really quickly, watch some YouTube, and then we'll come back to make the carrot cake. Alright my loves, so I finished eating dinner, cleaning up, and I took out everything that I'm gonna need for the carrot cake. I did go ahead and brown my butter already, and then I went ahead and shredded my carrot. I needed about 3 cups of carrots, so I was shredding for a minute. But I'm gonna go through everything that I'm gonna need based off the recipe. I'm gonna need some all-purpose flour, some granulated sugar, and then olive oil. And the recipe calls for Greek yogurt or sour cream. I don't have that, so I'm gonna use a crema mexicana. And then you need some vanilla extract, some ground nutmeg, some cinnamon, some baking soda, baking powder, 4 eggs, and then the recipe also called for shredded coconuts. I've seen a couple recipes, people use coconuts, people use pineapple, and then people use applesauce. I don't have any of those, so I'm not gonna put any of that, but I am gonna put walnuts. This recipe also doesn't call for it to have walnuts, but that's my favorite thing about carrot cake is the walnuts, so I am definitely gonna put at least a cup and a half of walnuts, because again, I love walnuts. And I'm gonna go ahead and preheat my oven as well. That is hot by the time that I finish. I'm gonna go ahead and put this all together, and then we'll pop it in the oven and then shower and then have a little bit of piece of cake. It's honestly way too late for me to be making this, but it is what it is. So it's been a bit of time. As you guys can see, I have a mess here. I just put my cake in the oven. That is gonna bake from 30 to 40 minutes. If you guys saw, the cake, literally the batter was all the way to the top. So I am hoping and praying that it doesn't spill over in the oven, because that would be terrible. Hey y'all, so it's been quite a bit. I had to take out the cake from the oven, clean the oven, and then separate the batter because it just wasn't gonna fit. And yeah, so my first cake is done, and honestly I should have known that because the recipe called for like a 2-layer cake. I don't know what I was thinking, but anyways, the first one is done. I'm gonna let this cool, and then I'm gonna put the other one in the oven, and I'm gonna go shower while this one finishes. And then when we get out the shower, we can just taste this one. I'm gonna let it cool because it's really hot. All right, my loves, so as you guys can see, I'm back in my PJs. I put on these glasses. I just made my tea. It's still piping hot, so I'm just letting that cool. But as you guys saw, I did cut a slice of my cake. The other one is still in the oven. I just checked it. It probably still needs another like 10 minutes. So I'm probably gonna be up for at least another 30 minutes because I need to wait for it to cool before I can wrap it. So not my brightest idea to start making a cake at 9:30 p.m. but here we are. So I just cut a little piece because again, I just want to try it. It's late. Shouldn't even be eating this late, but I didn't make it not to try it. Cheers. I do feel like it's slightly, maybe a little too hard. Maybe I should have like cooked it just under. I just checked the other cake and it still needs another like 5 more minutes. Honestly, I really like this cake. It's my first time making carrot cake and I have no complaints, to be honest. I would definitely make this again, or I'd even try another recipe just to kind of compare, contrast. I know some recipe calls for like applesauce or pineapple. I'm gonna wrap up for tonight. Tomorrow, I think we're making, I think I have on the schedule shrimp with green beans and white rice. I'm probably gonna eat those for lunch tomorrow and then make the shrimp for dinner. So yeah, that's what's on the menu tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. Good night, my loves. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hey, my loves. It is the next day. So it is dinner time again. Like I said yesterday, for lunch I just had leftover stir fry that I made last night. So on the menu for today, I'm making shrimp with green beans and white rice. So it's gonna be a super simple recipe today. Quick and easy. I went ahead and put my shrimp in some water to defrost. I already have my white rice in the stove cooking. Also, I'm sorry if you guys hear a little bit of background noise. I have a load of laundry going, but it is time for the prep. Honestly, this is gonna be, like I said, super easy. So for prep work, all I have to do is cut up a red onion, a whole head. Honestly, probably not the whole head. That's a little bit too much. I'll probably do like 6 to 8 cloves of garlic. And then I'm gonna cut up some cilantro. And I'm gonna clean my shrimp. And then we'll be ready to like assemble. It's gonna be quick. Shrimp cook really quickly. And then honestly, what I think I'm gonna do is in the same exact pot where I make my shrimp, I'm just gonna throw my green beans in there so they get that flavor from the seasonings and everything. I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting everything so that way everything's prepped by the time we go over to the stove. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Whip, body, whip, daddy, ride on it. Did I ever ask you to take me to go?
All right, my love, so we're at the stove. This is gonna be quick. So I'm gonna start off with a little bit of avocado oil, not too much because I'm gonna add butter to this. That much. And then I'm gonna let that heat up a little bit and then I'm gonna like mix it around. I'm gonna say a tablespoon of butter. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in my onions and I'm also going to crush my garlic right in there. I'm gonna go ahead and move that around. And I'm gonna go ahead and add some crushed red pepper right in this right now. All right, now that that's cooked down for about a minute, I'm gonna go ahead and toss in my shrimp. Now I'm gonna season my shrimp. It's super simple. Literally just gonna do some black pepper. And then I'm also gonna add some paprika for some color, some salt. Also add a little bit of white wine. I'm gonna let the liquid reduce a little bit before I add anything else. I'm going to zest a lemon, just a little bit. I'm gonna squeeze half of a lemon. I'm gonna push the shrimp to the side and I'm gonna add my green beans so I can season them. and then I can let it all cook together. I'm gonna add just some black pepper and salt to the green beans. I'm gonna toss this all together, and then I'm gonna cover it so that the green beans can cook. All right, I'm gonna uncover this, move this around. And now I'm gonna go ahead and pour in my cilantro. All right, my loves, so dinner is all done. This is what it looks like. Let me actually take a picture, because I always forget to take pictures of stuff, and then I go to do my thumbnail and I'm like, I don't have anything. I don't have anything. So take a little picture. Let me just taste test this really quickly on camera. Honestly, this was done super quick. That was all rice. Hold on, let me try the green beans. Honestly, this is such an easy, quick, like healthy-ish recipe. All right, I'm gonna try shrimp. Honestly, at first it needed salt, but I may have like slightly oversalted it. It's not super salty, but maybe just slightly. It depends what bite you get. Very, very good. All right, I'm drinking this with a poppy, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this off here because I need to pay attention, and also my camera's about to die. So that is all for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey, my loves, it is the next day. So it is lunchtime, brunch time. Honestly, I haven't had breakfast yet, and it's 2 p.m. But that's because when I woke up this morning, I drank some of my bone broth, and then I got ready, and then I went straight to PT. I got back home, I was gonna start cooking, and then I realized that all of my SD cards are completely full. Like this one is saying 9 minutes. So what I plan on making for brunch today, I want to make something a little bit heavier because again, like I said, I haven't ate, and I only am probably gonna eat 2 meals today, which is gonna be this one and then dinner, but they're both gonna be heavier meals. So for today's brunch, I plan on making potato hash. So I'm going to cut up my potatoes and I'm gonna pop them in the air fryer. That way it's healthier and it's less work for me because all I have to do is just pop them in the air fryer. And once the potatoes are done, I'm gonna put them in a pot and I'm gonna put like some red peppers, jalapenos, onions, and then sprinkles of cilantro. And then for the side, I'm gonna make some beef bacon and probably fry an egg to put on top. That's what's on the menu today. I haven't had this in a long time. I used to make this all the time, and I haven't had it in a long time because honestly it does take a little bit of work, but I'm in the mood for that today, and I have potatoes and I don't want them to go bad. So that's what we're about to do. This is what it looks like. Oh wait, I forgot to take the picture. I told you I always forget to take my picture. Okay, I have about 6 minutes to inhale this until I have to go to class. This is so good. Anyways, my SD card is about to shut off, so I'm making smash burger tacos later today, so I'll pick the camera back up for that. Hey my loves, we're back, I feel like this whole vlog is me in this spot. But like I mentioned, we are going to be making smash burgers for dinner. It is 7:40. I honestly was trying to drag this out because really I'm not that hungry, but I try my absolute best to have my heaviest meal by 8:30, or just have my last meal by 8:30. Listen, child, I know literally 2 days ago I didn't do that. We're not gonna talk about it. I said I try. Okay, emphasis on the try. Sometimes we can do that, sometimes we can't. Today I can do that, so I'm gonna try. And this is gonna be a quick meal. It's like when you make a smash burger, I feel like that's like super quick, and this time it's with tortilla, and I feel like that's gonna make it even easier because you don't gotta heat up a bun. So for this recipe, you're going to need some ground beef. I get this from my local supermarket. I just get the ground beef sirloin. And you're gonna need some flour tortillas, and then you're gonna need cheese if you want, whatever choice of cheese you want. I have Munster slices, and I also have some extra sharp cheddar melt. But that's everything you're gonna need. Super quick. It's 7:44, so let's see how quickly we can make this meal. Tacos right here. Sorry if you guys hear this background noise, my air purifier is going off because I literally just turned the stove off. Sauce, I know people do like burger sauce and stuff. I'm just a ketchup girl, so I'm just gonna put ketchup. I know people put like ketchup and relish and mayo, I think, and that's something not really my vibe, not really my tea. I'm gonna put some lettuce. I already had this cut up. Trying to get the crunchiest bits, so I love a good crunch. And I cut up my tomatoes as well. My burgers are done, so I'm gonna go ahead and situate myself, get this air purifier to go down a little bit, and then we will taste test these. I've never had these before, so I'm kind of excited, and hopefully it doesn't disappoint. Okay, so have my tacos. I'm drinking a orange cream poppy, and as you guys can see in the background, I was watching the Mayan twins, and I'm gonna proceed to watch them when I finish filming this. I'm watching their soul video, and I'm like, it makes me miss. So I'm gonna try this one because it's the first one I made, so I don't want it to get like too cold. Honestly, this is massive, but look how it got a little crispy. That's why I had to end up switching pans. It kind of reminds me of like a chalupa. That's what it's kind of giving, and I love chalupas. I don't have them honestly ever because I don't really eat Taco Bell, but if I did, fuck up a chalupa. Interesting. It's kind of good, but I'm like trying to understand what's going on here. Final review. Overall thoughts, I actually think it's really good. I'd rate it like a 8.7. honestly. I like keep wanting to go for more. It tastes like a burger, but like just different. Like that's the only way I could describe it. The flour tortilla feels a lot lighter, so you mostly like get meat, like that's what you mostly taste, and the flour tortilla is kind of in the background versus a burger. I feel like you're getting all of it, like all the flavors are really in there. But I actually like this. I feel like it's like a healthier play on a burger, and this one, because I put the American cheese, it tastes very much like a burger. But yeah, that is gonna be all for tonight. Honestly, I'll probably eat like a sliver of carrot cake in a bit, not right now, because literally I've been drinking this poppy and it makes me feel so full. So I'm just gonna give it a little bit, and then I'm sure I'll get a little sweet tooth, so I'll probably have a little sliver of carrot cake. So that's gonna be all for today. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna pick up the camera again until probably Sunday at this point, because today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. I don't think I'm gonna make anything, because I'll probably have like the leftover hash that I had that I made today. Then I'm gonna go into the city, and I'm gonna go to my mom's house, or I'm gonna go to my cousin's house. So I'm not gonna cook dinner. And then Saturday I actually have plans with my like cohort from one of the programs that I'm doing. I don't think I'll pick the camera back up till Sunday, and then we'll end out the week. Then I will see you guys on Sunday. Wow. Bye. Hey my loves, happy Sunday. It is officially the official end of the week, which is crazy because I'm like, another week just like flew by. I am going to be making a whole chicken today. I already cleaned my chicken. This is my chicken right here. I did that off camera, and I peeled my garlic off camera as well. So 4 seasonings and 4 of my compound butter. So to start, I have about 2 heads of garlic, like 2 whole things of garlic. I have some Dominican oregano, and then I have some garlic powder. I'm gonna put that on top. Paprika, crushed red pepper, salt, and then I have this sazon from the Louisa brand, and then I have some black pepper, and then of course some butter. So to start, I'm gonna take some butter and just like kind of melt it a little bit. I don't want it fully melted, but I want it like softened. I'm gonna take about like a tablespoon. I want it to be enough that, you know, it covers the entire chicken. So I'm gonna pop this in the air fryer for like 15 seconds. Okay, so now I'm gonna crush all of my garlic right into this butter. So we're all done with our butter. Put it all in my chicken, this side and the back side. So now I'm gonna go ahead and season the skin. So I'm gonna start off with some paprika, because I don't want my chicken to like not have no color. I don't know, even if it's seasoned, but if it has no color, for me, I'm like, I don't know, it don't really taste like nothing. I'm gonna put some sea salt, not too much, and then this is garlic powder. Chili flakes. So now I'm gonna go ahead and cover my chicken with some aluminum foil. I'm gonna pop this into the oven. My oven is at 350. Honestly, I think just because I'm gonna speed up the process a little bit, I'm gonna set it to 400, and then I'm gonna check it in about 45 minutes. Baste it, and then probably cook it for another 30 minutes. Baste it again, and then for the last like 15 minutes, probably uncover it so the skin can get crispy. So that's the game plan. I'm gonna pop this in the oven. Our dinner. Time to taste test it. Honestly, I've tasted the orzo and it's really good. Y'all, that's so good. I've never had orzo before, but this is so good. It literally tastes like risotto. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this. Watch some YouTube, enjoy the rest of my Sunday. I will pick the vlog back up tomorrow to close out. Can't wait to finish eating this. It's literally so delicious. All right, good night.
I don't get it. We say it's a man thing.
All right, my loves, so that is going to conclude today's video. I again forgot to film an outro for this, so I am filming the outro now right before I post this video for today. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got some inspiration for some meals, because I was editing this back and I was like, oh, I gotta run that recipe back, especially the orzo recipe. Yeah, I still keep thinking about the orzo because it was so good. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you get notified every single time I post a new video. And if you made it to the end of this video, I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next Vlogmas video. Bye.